Hello, my dear children, and welcome back. I know, exams are so close, but bilkul tension nahi lena. Today we are going to revise a super simple and very important chapter, employment. Trust me, by the end of this, you'll be able to answer any question that comes your way. Chalo, let's start.
First, let me ask you something. Just look around you. Your mommy, your papa, your neighbors. Why do they work so hard every day? Is it just to earn money to pay the bills? Well, yes, that's a big reason, of course. But it's also about feeling useful, about having a purpose, and doing something for our society.
You know, even our Bapu, Mahatma Gandhi, had so much to say about this. He knew how important work is for a person's dignity. He wasn't against machines, no, but he worried that if we become obsessed with them, thousands of people would be left without jobs. And that's just not right. It's a very deep thought, isn't it?
Okay, so let's get into the main topic. To really understand employment, we first need to figure out who we are even talking about. Who is a worker in India? I think you might be surprised by the answer.
So any work that helps our country's total income grow, the gross national product or GNP, that's called an economic activity. So when someone says they're earning a living, they are also helping our Bharat grow. How cool is that?
This means a worker is anyone who does an economic activity. And this is the most important part, beta. Listen carefully. It's not just someone who has a boss and goes to an office. The farmer in his khet is a worker. The uncle who runs your local kirana store is a worker. Even your favorite YouTuber making videos and earning money, they're a worker too.
Now let's see some numbers. If you look at all the workers in India, you'll see that a very big majority, about 77%, are men. This tells us that far fewer women are part of the paid workforce.
And what about Gaon versus Shahar, villages versus cities? Well, India's heart still beats in its villages. About 2/3 of our workers, that's like 2 out of every 3 people, are in rural areas.
Now for the fun part. To make this chapter easy peasy for your exams, we're going to break down all these workers into 3 simple groups. And to help you remember, let's meet 3 friends. First, say hello to Ajay. Ajay is his own boss. He believes in apna kaam. He could be running a shop or a small business, anything. And guess what? This is the largest group of workers in India. More than half, over 57% of our workers are self-employed, like Ajay.
Next up is Deepa. She is a casual wage laborer. That means she works on a daily dihadi. She gets paid at the end of each day for the work she has done. Think about the people you see working at a construction site. They are a perfect example of casual wage laborers.
And our third friend is Farhan. Farhan has a fixed salary job. He works for a company, maybe a bank or a school, and every month he gets a fixed salary. He has job security. Many of your parents probably have jobs like this. This group makes up about 21% of our workforce.
Okay, bachcho, full attention now. This next topic is a pakka 100% guaranteed exam question. The difference between the formal and informal sectors. And to make sure you never forget it, I have a simple analogy for you. The school uniform analogy.
Think of the formal sector like your school. You have to wear a uniform, follow rules, and come at a fixed time, right? But you also get benefits and protection. The informal sector, on the other hand, is like playing with your friends in the park. There's no uniform, no fixed rules, but also there's no job security and no benefits like a provident fund.
So where do most Indians work? In the school or in the park? Well, look at these numbers. It's really surprising. A huge number of our workers are in the informal sector. That means most people are working without the safety and security of a formal job.
All right, another way to look at jobs is by the type of work people do. I'm sure you remember this from earlier classes. It's very easy. The 3 big sectors of our economy.
Let's go back in a time machine, about 50 years ago. In those days, a massive 74% of people worked in the primary sector. That means agriculture, right, kheti badi. India was truly an agricultural country back then.
Now let's come back to today. Wow, what a change. See, the primary sector is now much smaller. So where did all the workers go? Well, many moved to the secondary sector, which is manufacturing and factories, and even more have moved to the service sector, things like IT, banking, and hotels. This shows how much our country has changed.
But this change has brought a new challenge. It's called jobless growth. It's a very important term. Imagine a factory buys a new robot.
That robot can make things much faster, so the factory's production goes up and our country's GDP grows. But that one robot replaced 10 workers, so the country is growing richer, but jobs are not being created. That is jobless growth.
And this leads us straight to the problem of unemployment. For your exams, it's very important to know about the different kinds of unemployment. So listen carefully.
Okay, here it is. The hot favorite exam question. I can almost guarantee you'll see this. What is disguised unemployment? The name itself is a big hint. It's something that is hidden, disguised.
Cello, let's frame the perfect answer. Disguised unemployment happens when more people are working on a job than are actually required. The best example is a small farm. Let's say the farm only needs 2 people to do all the work, but the whole family of 5 is working on it. So those extra 3 people, they are disguisedly unemployed. They seem busy, but even if they stop working, the farm will produce the same amount.
The next one is even simpler. Seasonal unemployment. It's all in the name. It means being unemployed during certain seasons. For a farmer, the busiest times are sowing the seeds and harvesting the crops. But in the months between, there isn't much work to do, so they are unemployed during that season. Simple.
Okay, we've talked about a lot of problems. But what about the solutions? How does our government help create more jobs for people? Let's end our revision on this positive note.
The government can create jobs in 2 ways. The first is directly, by hiring teachers for government schools or workers to build roads and dams. The second way is indirectly. For example, if the government builds a new highway, then hotels, restaurants, and shops will open up along that highway, creating more jobs. Schemes like MGNREGA are a famous example of the government creating jobs directly.
And now, I want to leave you with one final question to think about. For your future, with new things like work from home becoming so popular, what do you think will happen? Will we have more school uniform jobs with security or more park clothes jobs with flexibility? There's no wrong answer. Just think about it. All right, that's it. All the very best for your exams, my dear children. You are all brilliant and you are going to do wonderfully.